Hi everybody, if we could have your attention, I'm Alan Weinkrantz. I want to thank you for coming here tonight to TechLoft. How many of you have actually been to or experienced South by Southwest? So we're going to hear from some companies tonight, and this is really just kind of an informal get-together to learn about what you could be doing next spring, and if you're planning on going to South by Southwest, to think about the interactive portion, to think about the accelerator program. I have information on that, as well as possible speaking. You can do that as well, and any of you can email me if you need any information. I'm Alan, A-L-A-N, @winekrantz.com. We're going to bring people and companies that have actually experienced South by Southwest. And I also want to bring Gilad.
In 2 sentences, what we do here. This is the first of 2 floors. There's another floor up there. There are a lot of people here who are already involved, so you can ask them what we do and tell them, I hope there aren't any contradictions, but basically we opened in September. We're a shared office for startups, internet and mobile. The place is open 24/7. Other than office space, coffee, tea and internet, we connected to a wide range of early stage service providers.
I'm going to kind of talk to you about a different angle of South by. As Gilad said, I work for the city of Tel Aviv, where I have the honor of being responsible to develop the business sector, Tel Aviv's business sector internationally. So essentially to position Tel Aviv as a global international business center. Now, like any product, of course, the first thing is identifying the product strengths and sort of using that as the arrowhead to go international. And in Tel Aviv, as I think most of you are aware, it's our innovation hub. Tel Aviv has been ranked just recently fifth as the 5th best place in the world to open up a startup. And essentially, we're now trying to package that innovation hub and go international in order to attract foreign investment, talent, and generally traffic to Tel Aviv in the context of how many cities and how many countries want to attract the creative class and to position themselves and develop the whole all the innovative industries and position themselves as innovation hubs. That many countries have identified that the growth potential in the creative industries is important, and there needs to be an alternative growth engine to the financial industry. At South by, I participated in some global forums where I presented together with my counterparts from different countries and different cities in the world. And again, I was hit by how when I finished my presentation, so many people came up to me from the different cities. What's going on in Tel Aviv? How can we learn from Tel Aviv? What can we do to position ourselves? And on one hand, it made me feel very proud, obviously, of being a Tel Avivian and being part of the amazing community that we have in Tel Aviv. On the other hand, it made me understand that the competition is getting bigger and bigger.
Hi. So my name is Gilad. My company is #Art, and we. In 2010, I brought a proof. My business partner and friend Jeff Pulver told me I should go and exhibit my company in South by Southwest. We didn't have much money. We were limited in funding, and we just flew there and couch surf with some friends and walked around with a laptop and a mobile and an iPad and showing everyone our stuff. And we found out that all of the real decision maker in the industry or the marketing industry that we're a part of were there. So we were able to sign huge budgets with the biggest companies in the world, the biggest brands in the US, which we never would have had the exposure to without South by there. After that South by Southwest, we had to fly to New York because we had so much business going on in the States. We flew for a week to New York, and we ended up staying for 3 months, just and starting a company and from a little project that we built and showed off, and MTV and Nike and huge brands that are using our platform just from being in South by. That's it. Natasha is my wife, and actually 3 years ago I was we were 3 Israelis in South by that I know of. It was me, Yoni Bloch, and my partner Mark. And the next year we brought some of our friends. We were 12 Israelis, and last year I think there were like 100, 150.
I'm Natasha. I'm the marketing director at Rounds and Gilad's wife. So our story is a little bit different. I had heard for quite a few years after Gilad came back from South by of how amazing it is and how we have to be there, and the great connections that he made and the amazing business that came out of it. So, slowly I started to think about how Rounds could be affected by having a presence there at South by. And last year we actually had a booth at the trade show. Now, I'm not sure if you've heard about South by or what you know about it, but it's crazy. I don't really know how to compare it to any other conference, but it's a lot of noise, a lot of things going on, thousands and thousands of people and parties and places to be and people to meet. And it's a very, very exciting place. I don't think there's any real way to prepare properly for South by, but if you are going to go, there are some tips that I think we learned along the way. We had a booth at the trade show, which obviously took a lot of preparation in advance. Gilad and I flew out a week before the conference in order to set everything up, which I think for me as a first timer there was really useful because firstly I was able to enjoy Austin before all the craziness. And secondly, we had the opportunity to really prepare properly and get all the things that we need without feeling rushed or stressed out. I'm a planner and I love to organize, so obviously I looked at all the events and everything that was going on before. But what you realize is it doesn't matter how much you plan for it and what preparation you do, it changes all the time. You're going to be at one party and you'll meet someone and then they'll tell you to go somewhere else and you'll go with them. So I'm not sure if there's really a proper way to plan, but it's a really, really good experience. We met with a lot of investors and a lot of partners, and a lot of great things came out of it. Like Alan said, we were on CNN, we were also on Fox, and we had some other interviews as well along the way. What I would recommend regarding PR is that you try and set that up beforehand, because there's so much noise there that I'm not sure if everyone's going to be able to get the attention that they want.
Serendip Media, and we're a service that basically is a social music service. So for us, South by Southwest was the place to be, and I have to say that I've been dreaming about going to South by Southwest for years. I guess like many of you that came to hear about it. And some of my friends say I started a company just to have an excuse to go to South by Southwest. So I can tell you, if you haven't heard already, all the rumors are true. It's really an amazing experience. I think that also, like Gilad said, I heard from Jeff Pulver that you must go to South by Southwest. And I wasn't sure, so I talked to Gilad, who just spoke, and I asked him, Jeff said that you would explain to me why I should go to South by Southwest, and he said, it's amazing, just go. Flight tickets ahead of time to cut the expenses, and using Airbnb, and we stayed actually in one big house with like 20 different founders staying at the same place. It was like the real world Austin, and it was a great experience and got the expenses to become really standard. I think it's something that you can all handle, and you can eat a lot for free at the conference itself. So at the end of the day, with a really relatively reasonable budget, you can have the time of your life.
My name is Ayelet Yagil. I went to South by not as an exhibitor or a participant, but actually as an outsider. I'm a journalist, I'm a creative consultant, and I came to see the experience. And what I can give to you is, of course, if you're exhibiting there, it's an amazing opportunity. What Natasha said is great, is true. What Sagi said about the periphery, about the music in every place you turn. Me as a music journalist, it was amazing. My own tip to you is, don't sweat it if you can't get to some panel or discussion that you thought would change your mind, because in my experience, the panels were secondary to the actual meeting people in the parties later on, or just talking to people that you know are important to you in the corridors, people who you scoped before that are journalists or people or reporters that you know.
So we went to South by like last year. We have a startup called Gemstar. We're teaching people how to play musical instruments, and we go without knowing what to do. We just went there, bought tickets, and it's amazing. Like every time, every minute, something else is going, and we got a part of the Export Institute stand, and actually by demoing the product, we also had people from Samsung. Saw the product, and we are now co-working with them on a new product together. So it's an amazing place like to get discovered. I'm not sure that everyone gets the same like things and events, but you need to go and walk everywhere, like to find and seek for potential people to know and potential companies that you can do things together. And it was a really amazing experience. One day we just opened the product in the Hilton lobby where everything is actually happening, and like the CEO of Mashable came and he was amazed from what we are doing. So it's really, for sure we're going to be there next year. I mean it's the best place for any technology product that is also related to music or to the music business. So it doesn't matter if you're actually teaching people how to play musical instruments, or they want bands or artists to post and to contribute to your product. And the barbecue is great also, as Alan said, and the alcohol and the parties and the ladies, and it's the best place to do. I mean, it's like my favorite for after the army trip, I guess. It's like.
Okay, Alan. How are you today?
This is Alan Whitekrantz.
Yeah, how are you?
And no artsy stuff.
Okay.
Okay, anyway, this is Alan. What an amazing experience tonight. I want to thank you, Forrest, for your support in helping us bring an evening of South by Southwest to Tel Aviv to showcase all these really amazing people. And hopefully we're going to get lots and lots of companies, because Israel rocks. This is Alan Whitekrantz signing off from Tech Loft in Tel Aviv. See you guys in Austin.
See you. Bye-bye.